is going on, guys? This is Richie here, back again from the Red Planet Films, bringing you yet another video where I will be going a little bit more in-depth with spoilers for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. If you want to watch my review for the movie, it should already be up. I'll leave the link in the description box down below. That is spoiler-free, so I wanted to make this video separate because I didn't want to go, all in-depth with spoilers, just in case there are some people who, obviously don't want spoilers. So, I guess we'll start off with more of the post-credit scenes, just get those out of the way. So, there were, I think in total, like 5 post-credit scenes. Majority of them were just kind of random, I guess, just throwaways or whatever. Not really throwaways, but, just kind of funny, random, silly scenes, I suppose. There was one in particular that I thought was very funny because it kind of referenced and, I guess, poked fun at a theory that's kind of been floating around the internet, and that was, excuse me, about Stan Lee. And there was a theory going on that Stan Lee was one of the Watchers, which was how he was able to kind of be in all these different cameos and different settings, even in, like, the Marvel Cinematic Universe or, like, the Fox Universe and all that. So I think it was kind of funny that they kind of shoehorned or, like, threw that in there. He's on space. He's in space, not on space. He's in space talking to the Watchers, and they get bored and they just leave. And he's like, guys, you're my ride back. Like, where are you going? Hello, guys. So that was kind of funny. That was pretty cool. So I don't know if it really confirms that or if it's just kind of poking fun at that theory, but I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was pretty cool. And just to see the Watchers, like, on, screen, that was pretty cool as well. Stan Lee always has some fantastic cameos, and I thought this was probably one of his best just because of, like, that theory. And I feel like it was very, like, fan servicey, but, like, in a good way, you know what I mean? And then the most important post-credit scene was the Cocoon one, Adam. So you get, all those gold people that every time they came on screen, it was just rather frustrating because they were just annoying. I felt like they were throwaways. I felt, granted, yeah, I guess they were relevant to the plot, and all, like, later stuff that happened on in the final act of the movie, but they were really more throwaways for just that beginning because, you want to see the Guardians of the Galaxy do their thing, like, in the beginning and then just kind of move on. So that's really what I felt that they were for, but they just kept coming back and it was just really annoying. Anywho, so towards the end, it shows, whatever her name is, I forget because I'm just bad with names, kind of just all disheveled, I suppose. And, she's like, oh, no, I have this secret weapon. His name is Adam, blah, blah, blah. And it just shows, like, this sarcophagus-looking thing. And it's like a cocoon, if you will. And that's Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock was introduced in Fantastic Four by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. And he was really referenced as just him. And nobody knew, but while he was in this cocoon, he heard and knew of everyone's plans that they had for him. And he kind of really had no sense of direction. He had no, like, maturity, so he ended up kind of just killing everybody and just really kind of going on his own, I suppose, and just learning things as he went on. There was a lot of speculation about the Soul Gem because that's kind of like the last one that hasn't really been referenced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I know that there were, like, rumblings that it might be on Wakanda, that we might see it, like, in Black Panther, or that one of, like, the Asgardians has it. Speaking of the Asgardians, Lady Sif, I believe, is her name. I don't know. Maybe we might see, like, Adam Warlock referenced in Thor Ragnarok. Not sure. Hopefully I didn't botch that name. I'm pretty sure I got it right, though. But, anywho, I know Adam Warlock gets the Soul Gem at some point in the comics, so I'm wondering if he might have some sort of role in Avengers 4 and Infinity War. I'm pretty sure he will. I know at one point he gets the Infinity Gauntlet, too. He, like, strategizes a plan with everyone, and he has, like, Silver Surfer, like, come from the other side of the cosmos to, like, snatch the Infinity Gauntlet from Thanos and all that. But, the plan goes awry, but eventually, after, like, a series of events, they do get the Infinity Gauntlet from Thanos. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see where Adam Warlock comes into play and all that. I'm definitely interested, that's for sure. It's going to bring a different dynamic to Avengers 4, I believe, parts 1 and 2. So, to be quite honest with you, I've kind of been getting bored with the whole superhero genre as of late, especially in Marvel side. I didn't really find Guardians of the Galaxy 2 all that great. I kind of woke up the next day and I'm like, well, it's kind of forgettable, you know what I mean? I don't think I would rush or go out of my way to see it a second time. Will I pick it up on Blu-ray? Absolutely, because I'm sure, it'll be packed with some special features that'll be very interesting, and I'd love to hear, some of the commentaries. And funny enough, just to go back a little bit, talking about that little cocoon, there's a shot in Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, where we're in the collector's sort of room, and you see, like, Howard the Duck, you see a freaking thing from James Gunn's movie Slither, see a whole bunch of stuff. And there was this cocoon, and there was a lot of speculation from the fans back, in 2014 that, oh, is that Adam Warlock's cocoon, blah, 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 whatever. And then there was like a sort of like a press junket, if you will, for the DVD Blu-ray release of Guardians of the Galaxy, where James Gunn was like, not really. This is just kind of like a thing, like, I just wanted to put in there, because it's like, oh, what could this guy have, So he, like, went through, like, a whole bunch of, like, comic books and everything like that, and he was like, yeah, you know what, this would be kind of cool to just have him there. So I think it's interesting that, they had this cocoon thing in the first film, kind of just there, and then at the end, it's this cocoon tomb thingy, and it happens to be Adam Warlock, and then back then there was speculation that it might be Adam Warlock. So I think it's kind of cool how it comes full circle. I don't know if it was intentional, it was just James Gunn kind of just, like, not answering the question, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just kind of funny how that worked out, but anyways, it should add an interesting dynamic to Avengers 4 and everything like that. I don't think he'll be a villain in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 if there is a third one. I don't know if the Guardians will end up, like, all dying in Avengers Infinity War. I don't know. But then again, with these Marvel movies, you can't really expect, like, much death, because there really isn't much death. I felt like they could have killed off a couple of people in Civil War, but it is what it is. And just to go, kind of wrap this up a little bit, Ego. Pretty cool character. I liked him. He was a douchebag. Probably one of the stronger villains that the Marvel movies have had as of late. We'll go back to, like, Obadiah Stane from, like, Iron Man 1, and really Loki, who's been, like, their top villain, even though, like, all the fans love him, and there's just some really creepy and disturbing art online. But that's a different story for a different time. Anywho, so yeah, he definitely ranks up there. Kurt Russell was great in the role, and he and Chris Pratt had some very interesting and good chemistry, I felt. So he was definitely a welcomed addition, and yeah, he'll definitely be up there in, like, the ranks of, like, the best villains. Hopefully they don't screw up Thanos. I'm pretty sure they won't. I want to see Thanos kill, like, some of the Avengers. I think that'll be awesome. There just needs to be more. What's the word I'm looking for? There needs to be more. I don't know if consequence is the right word, but I mean, I get it. These movies are very family friendly, but it's annoying. That's why I give DC kind of props for doing some of the things that they do, because they have the gall to try things out. Even though they don't get, like, the best response, but I mean, they killed off Superman, even though at the end of Batman vs. Superman it was a cop-out, because, like, you see the dirt rising off of his grave, but that's a different story for a different time. Anywho, again, I just wanted to go in depth a little bit more in terms of spoiler territory. So if you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, let me know what you thought about it down below. Again, my review should be up. I'll leave the link in the description box down below. And that's pretty much it. As well, you can find our gaming channel, We're Planet Gaming. We are 484 subscribers strong, so check that out. Link in the description box as well. And you can find our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you want to follow us on social media. Anywho, that's pretty much it. Like this video if you haven't already. Favorite it, share with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you need a little bit of help. Helps us out tremendously. And of course, hit that subscribe button so you can know whenever we upload a new video. And we're going to be having a kind of like a special sort of reveal soon. So if you're interested, stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe button. Anywho, I am out, and I will catch you guys in the next video. So thank you all so much for tuning in.